Welcome, everyone. My name is Brett Busby, and I serve as a justice on the Supreme Court of Texas. I also have the pleasure of serving as the Supreme Court liaison for the Texas Access to Justice Commission. And on behalf of the court and the commission, I thank you all for joining us as we present the Texas Access to Justice Commission's Corporate Counsel Pro Bono Awards. These awards recognize outstanding in-house attorneys who actively provide pro bono legal services for the poor and promote a culture of service within the corporate community. We have two outstanding recipients for this year's award. It is my honor to present the Texas Access to Justice Commission's Corporate Counsel Pro Bono Award to Doug Neagli and Alyssa Schindler. Our first award goes to Doug Neagli of ExxonMobil in recognition of his dedicated, innovative, and thoughtful work with the Innocence Project of Texas and the Houston Office of Kids in Need of Defense. Since graduating from law school in 1986, Doug has been a passionate advocate for those who cannot afford an attorney. Before moving to Texas, he worked with and represented survivors of domestic violence, helping them obtain protective orders and gain a better footing for stability and peace. Since moving to Texas, and in addition to his more recent efforts, Doug has volunteered with the Houston Bar Association's Small Business Clinic, Wills Clinics, and Veterans Benefits Outreach. Doug's drive and dedication to serving those in need is evident in the work he spearheaded after Hurricane Harvey in 2018. Doug served as the team lead for one of ExxonMobil's pro bono committee projects that involved assisting Hurricane Harvey victims with processing FEMA benefit applications and appeals in partnership with Hunton AK and Lone Star Legal Aid. Doug also put together an essential training presentation and personally handled a Harvey-related FEMA case along with his son, who's now a law student. More recently, Doug has helped the Innocence Project recruit a team of over 20 ExxonMobil pro bono professionals who assist the organization by screening, investigating, and developing cases. In addition to this group pro bono effort, Doug is currently working on a pro bono basis to overturn a murder conviction based on claims of a faulty investigation and false confession. For kids in need of defense or kind, Doug has been handling a complex ongoing case for a teenage girl seeking special immigrant juvenile status and asylum. For years now, he's fought on his client's behalf in immigration court and with numerous immigration agencies, filed appeals, and submitted briefs to obtain relief for her. Doug has led by example in making pro bono an integral part of his career. Within the Houston ExxonMobil Law Department, he's fanned the flames of pro bono culture and become a pro bono volunteer multiplier by encouraging and recruiting ExxonMobil attorneys to volunteer in pro bono initiatives. Doug is an exemplary pro bono leader who shows us by example what a corporate counsel lawyer can do within his company and community to increase access to justice for low-income Texans. So it's my pleasure to present the Corporate Counsel Pro Bono Award to you, Doug.
Well, thank you, Justice Busby. I am humbled, honored, and proud to accept this award. I do so only with the support of and thanks to the ExxonMobil Law Department. I would not be in a position to provide any assistance to anybody on a pro bono basis without the longstanding and strong support and encouragement of the law department to reach out and provide assistance to those in need. The ExxonMobil Law Department and its predecessor companies have been providing pro bono services for over 100 years, going back to the early days of the company, when in 1917, John D. Rockefeller funded an expansion of the New York Legal Aid Society to include representation of criminal defendants. I am happy to carry on that legacy and tradition through my work with Kids in Need of Defense and the Innocence Project of Texas. I'm only one of 175 volunteers in the ExxonMobil Law Department who have provided several thousand hours of pro bono services over the last few years to serve children, like with Kids in Need of Defense, and wrongfully incarcerated persons through the Innocence Project of Texas, as well as veterans, elders, persons affected by domestic violence, and other underserved and lower income residents in our area. We've done this through case representations, nonprofit assistance, and legal clinics. I've greatly enjoyed my work with KIND and with the Innocence Project of Texas. And I would like to thank the Texas Access to Justice Commission for this award, and KIND and the Innocence Project of Texas for their nomination and support.
Well, thank you again, Doug, and congratulations. And it's now my pleasure to present the Commission's Corporate Counsel Pro Bono Award to Alyssa Schindler of Chevron. Alyssa Schindler has been described as a trailblazer, a woman fiercely dedicated to ensuring those who need access to our courts can obtain it, and finding innovative ways to encourage her colleagues to engage in pro bono work. With an art for listening, a heart for service, and a desire to make a difference, Alyssa has been changing the lives of countless Houstonians through pro bono work and collaborative initiatives. Alyssa serves as legal advisor for Chevron's Nigerian Mid-African Business Unit and has been leading its pro bono efforts since 2019. When deciding what pro bono projects to undertake, Alyssa started by listening. She reached out to pro bono partners to hear their insights about where gaps in legal services exist. Her keen listening skills within the corporate realm revealed that corporate attorneys across the state had a hunger to provide pro bono services, but often lacked pro bono opportunities within their reach. With these needs identified, Alyssa wanted to ensure that her colleagues were able to say yes easily to meaningful pro bono work. She moved into action, pulling in law firm partners, using Chevron's in-house resources, and partnering with legal aid providers to ensure that in-house counsel are part of Texas's access to justice solution. Alyssa has created a partnership with the Houston Office of Kids in Need of Defense, where in-house counsel appear in family court and immigration court to represent unaccompanied children seeking legal protection under U.S. immigration laws. When she learned that many children in public schools are without adequate access to obtain the support and resources to which they're entitled, Alyssa partnered with Disability Rights Texas to create pro bono opportunities for her colleagues at Chevron to advocate for children with special education needs. When Alyssa heard that the legal aid community was finding it difficult to assist low-income individuals in need of family law services, she encouraged attorneys at Chevron to represent family law clients who needed to stabilize their lives by obtaining divorces. She did so by rolling out a Divorce in a Box pro bono project, matching Chevron attorneys with colleagues from Sussman, Godfrey, and Gibson Dunn. Using the Divorce in a Box model, Alyssa took the lead by creating hands-on CLEs, rolling out a mentorship system, and coordinating office hours to ensure that her colleagues with no family law experience obtained the support that they needed to handle legal complexities that often arise in these cases. Since the start of 2021, when the impact of COVID-19 resulted in a spike in demand for legal assistance, Alyssa personally took on the representation of 3 Houston volunteer lawyer clients. Without question, Alyssa leads by example. And by facilitating pro bono partnerships with KIND, Disability Rights Texas, the Houston Bar Association's Pathways to Law program, the Mayor of Houston's Office of Human Trafficking, and Houston Volunteer Lawyers, Alyssa has mobilized 57 of Chevron's 80 attorneys to commit time and resources to ensure that all individuals are able to access our justice system. Alyssa raises the bar of what is possible for pro bono corporate leaders to achieve. Given a chance to grow this community of lawyers helping those in need, Alyssa has readily accepted the opportunity. She represents the generosity and tireless work ethic of the best of us and has proven once again how much change one person can make. It's my honor to present the Corporate Counsel Pro Bono Award to Alyssa Schindler.
Thank you so much, Justice Busby, for your kind words. But as you say, it is a community of pro bono that we are in, and none of this would have been possible without that community. So I would like to thank first the Chevron Law Management team. No matter what project our Houston Pro Bono came up with, not only did they say that's great, they said, where did we sign up? So when we brought them 15 divorce cases, we had our senior managers in Chevron signing up to take those cases. And without that enthusiasm and support by leading by example, none of this would have been possible. None of these projects would have ever hit the ground. So I am extremely grateful to Chevron for giving me the opportunity to be a pro bono attorney and actively encouraging it. Second, I would like to thank Houston volunteer lawyers and all our other legal service who have helped us on our journey to create an extensive pro bono program that really makes a difference within Houston. You mentioned the mentoring and the office hours, and all of that was in close participation with Houston volunteer lawyers who really understood that there are a lot of in-house transactional lawyers like me who are a little bit terrified to take on a litigation or pro bono case where you're going to be in court, and they made it as easy as possible. And it's only through these partnerships that we can really start to increase the number of in-house attorneys who are participating in pro bono programs. So if you haven't reached out to your local legal service organization, I highly encourage you to do so today. Lastly, I want to thank our outside counsel law firms. There is not a single firm that we work with regularly that we have contacted to say, hey, would you like to partner with us on a pro bono project, who said no. And it's strengthened our relationships with our outside counsel. It's helped us introduce us to diverse new slates of associates where we get to see how fantastic their work is on these pro bono cases. And it's just made for better overall partnerships within the community. So all of this really is to say that none of this would have been possible, and it's all of the people in the community who really should be honored today. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Justice Busby, and congratulations both to Alyssa and to Doug on your outstanding and well-deserved recognition. I'm Jason Smith. I'm chair of the State Bar of Texas Corporate Counsel section and managing director at the law company Elevate. The Corporate Counsel section is a proud supporter of the Texas Access to Justice Commission and its mission. We're excited to have been a sponsor of the Champions of Justice Gala benefiting veterans, and as always, we're honored to sponsor these Corporate Counsel Awards and contribute to the stipend that comes with the award. Since 1997, the Corporate Counsel section has awarded over $800,000 in pro bono grants, and we're excited to be leading the Corporate Counsel subcommittee of the State Bar of Texas Pro Bono Working Group, where we're raising awareness and promoting an increase in pro bono work by corporate counsel. And examples like Alyssa and Doug have provided go a long way to helping us solidify that message among Texas corporate counsel. I encourage folks to join our section. It's just $30 a year, and our over 4,500 existing members. You can sign up at texascorporatecounsel.com or through your My Bar page on the State Bar's websites. And I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jason, and to you and the section for your generosity and your support of the Commission's efforts and the culture of pro bono in Texas. And congratulations again to Doug and Alyssa. As Jason mentioned, these awards come with a $2,000 stipend from the Corporate Counsel section of the State Bar and the Texas Access to Justice Commission to support the nonprofits of the winner's choosing. And Doug has designated Kind and the Innocence Project as the recipient of his stipend, and Alyssa chose Houston Volunteer Lawyers as the recipient of hers. So thank you again to the Corporate Counsel section and the Texas Access to Justice Commission for recognizing and honoring these pro bono leaders. And thank you to all of you who've joined us today.